Okay, that should be good there. Greetings, everybody, and welcome once more to Fall of Avanswell. I am your GM here at Dracovin, once again leading you on and these players on some adventures. You're all ready to join us. So, I have presented to my players a question earlier today for the answer for their characters. So, why don't we get some introductions, we'll roll some d20s, figure out the order that we're going to go in, and people can introduce their characters themselves, and of course, answer this week's question.
Oh, what the?
Jesse, you just always rolled first for these? I mean, like, it's been a lot.
Getting all the good rolls out early.
Lately, yeah, he has been.
Yeah. Well, we'll start with you then.
Never rolled above 10 again.
And my question for the day, just because I can't remember not to say that, was what was your least favorite household chore? What's your least favorite household chore and why?
Playing Calder Wrynn, human gunslinger. Least favorite household chore is always laundry. To the point where he would probably go days without washing them. More often now than before, because he spent most of his time wandering just town to town stealing shit.
Yeah, it's traveling now. It's a lot harder.
Yeah. You know, not that he cared too much in the first place.
Was
I don't think he showered in, 3 weeks.
You know, that also happens. Was there a particular reason that you disliked
The last bath you took was being dunked in a river.
True. It's just tedious. You know, why waste time washing laundry when it's just gonna end up dirty in the shop again? Like, his pants are just the perpetual napkin for him to wipe his oil-stained hands on.
Okay, I can see and understand that. Okay. Well, we could go to our second player that rolled, and that would be Wyrm. So.
I am Diamond Wyrm, and I play Ixbanor, the awakened Ferret, Sorcerer Alchemist. And my least favorite chore is... What?
You have a hell of a title then, man.
And my least favorite chore is... Yeah, I do. My least favorite chore is cleaning out the chimney of the wood-burning stoves. Because, you know, everyone always says, hey, you're small, it's really easy, and it's, you know, if we have to use all these tools, it's way more inconvenient for us. But you want to know what's inconvenient? Cleaning off soot and ash off of your fur.
I do like the fact.
You have to do often.
At least you're not sticking a pole up your butt.
You know what? It saves on pipe cleaners.
I get the feeling that more than this has happened enough times, someone asking Ixbanor that there's just this hatred growth of this.
Hey man, chimney shapes are expensive.
I guess then we'll end up.
If you know, one of those stoves that I'm talking about, the wood-burning stoves they use heater room in old times, where it's all they have just a single pipe,
a long metal pipe.
Yeah.
Well, we'll end our little introduction of characters with Joe.
Hey, I'm Joe. I'm playing Umbrin Wisespark, the Liminal Fetchling Animist, and I guess Umbrin's favorite or least favorite chore would be doing the dishes.
That's fair.
Just the water gets ugh. No one wants dishpan hands.
Anyway, so if you missed our last time, there was a big attack on the city with a combination of our characters' abilities, some of the troops, some little luck, and some good planning. You've managed to fend off this first assault. At the current moment, the enemy is basically regrouping. Whether or not the bombardment will begin again, it's hard to say. At least it's stopped for the meantime, and you are having an opportunity to rest. The commander of the military forces, Cercian basically went to you and were like, hey, now that this is done, can you get that large portion of people that are down there in the city out of the city? And that's kind of the goal and what's been put you in charge of, generally speaking. So, all right. Okay.
I'm gonna click on the rest button.
Yes. I'm assuming all of you are going to go take a rest first. Because you will have an opportunity to.
Yeah, most definitely.
I need to open my
Alright, and what am I going to do for crafting for the day? Take some electric rounds, some fire rounds, and some inflammation flasks.
Also, I'm just gonna also up my health to max because we do have someone who can lay on hands several times.
Oh, yeah.
You will get a decent rest for the night and be able to recover from the battle before, as morning will come and the sun will once again raise. You will all be able to awaken to, at least for now, quiet. The bombardment has not started again, though there is a disturbing, almost rhythmic chanting and drumming that seems to be echoing from the enemy lines. What's your plan right now?
Well, how big is the bridge?
So, the bridge itself is about, let's see here. I may have given you numbers before, but I'll just give a loose estimation. It's probably about 25 feet wide, I would say, 25 feet 30. Basically, it's the width of the main gates to the southern gates of the city, and probably can have like at least 2 carts going side by side to each other across it. As for its length, it is probably about, let's see, the Southern River in this point in time, 250 feet long, we'll say. That seems about correct for a pretty wide river at this point in time. That's what I'm trying to think of how wide a river would be, feet-wise. Yeah.
So that's
I mean-
really large.
Sorry. Yes. It is a big bridge.
Mhm.
Oh god, yeah, okay. Great. I'm just trying to see some things here. That's the widest something is. Yeah, the widest river is pretty big. I'd say it's actually might be wider than that, honestly. It's a pretty wide river spot. Okay, yeah. I'd say about where you're at.
So the
Probably closer to 600 then. Yes. Looking at some numbers of river widths. Again, this is me trying to bring in
I was
some
looking
information.
too.
Um,
Yeah, I mean because to be fair, you also got to remember that the narrower the river, generally the more rapid the waters.
and the water isn't particularly
Well, if
rapid in this area. It's one of the reasons why the split could probably occur in this area, is there wasn't a lot of rapids here in particular.
I did read up on that, on how splits happen, by the way, and there are very few in nature.
Hey,
But it's fine.
it's the unique aspect of this river here.
Mhm.
But again, I'm just kind of saying, with that unique geography, probably it's not particularly strong flow in this area, at the very least. All right.
600 feet bridge. And you said how wide was the bridge?
I gave like 25, 30. I gave the estimations for at least 2 carts wide. Basically for like general traffic. Probably a little bit of extra on either side for some walking traffic. But again, because this is mainly a city that grows from a logging town and was still connected deeply with the logging community and woodworking, probably a lot of shipping ended up originally by river, which has been shut down for a long time.
Yeah.
Not a lot has been shipped out of here in the first place for basically probably the last couple of years anyway.
So that would imply that the river is actually, or that the bridge is high above the river, so ships can go underneath it. So how high is
The bridge is probably, I would say, it's not made to be particularly high because it's a lot of flat bottom boats. So it would probably be about 30 feet up off the river, we'll say, at its highest point. Probably it's made that it kind of arches up a little bit to allow that kind of middle ground where the flat bottom boats that would have been transporting like logs and stuff could have gone under there at least.
And what is the construction of the bridge? Is it cantilever? Is it rope? What is it called? Rope pillar? I forget what that's called. Anyway, there's a lot of bridge types.
It is stone
Arc bridge.
and basically individual like arcs. So it's like, you know, it's got a lunch
Okay, so it's an arch bridge.
It's arch bridge. It's got a lot of the pillars going down. So it's got no like it's basically just like a kind of curved bridge, but it's very flat too. So no towers, no ropes or anything like that.
For arch bridge, think aqueducts for Rome.
Yeah.
Oh, they have those. So
yeah. A lot of old-timey bridges that are basically like over creeks or like just one set of that, you know. So it's like a bunch of those kind of things with the various pillars built down into the sediment, you know. Yeah. If any other questions, probably used magic to make sure like they had some pretty deep stone pillars to basically build upon out of the river. So yay magic makes those deep sediment stone pillars, stone basins for the bridge easier. Though I did say that the river here wasn't particularly deep at this point in time either. I believe I said that it went to like, you know, maybe like 30 feet deep at most in this area. It's a very like, well, we'll say maybe a little bit more, like 30 foot on average, but like probably deeper in the center. So it is like a little bit of a shallow, slow area of the river where it splits. Which I'm gonna say, I don't know if that's how a normal split would be, or if normal splits would have the rare split would have rapids, but I'm just gonna go with that for now.
So, I mean, if
It's
you're
your
gonna go for
world.
split,
It has whatever it has.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, the important thing is that it's a V shape. Basically, all splits are V's.
Yes. It's a pretty wide V, but it is a V, and then built in the middle of the V is where the city is.
Yeah. The more important thing is that the elevation dips on both sides of the river.
Yep. Yes.
I still think building some kind of structure that can be pushed along.
Yeah, honestly, I was thinking of maybe using some illusions to, hide what we're doing, but I can't cover that whole bridge.
Yeah. I'm thinking if we could get enough material, we could build like walls on wheels with bracers between them to protect anything coming from the sides. And we could take, groups across and then have to take it back, move another group across, take it back might be the safest thing. I mean, I don't have any spells or anything that would cover that large of an area.
Okay, so I know the flyers were a big part of the problem.
Yes.
But the things in the water.
Yes.
Like, if the people stay in the center of the bridge, can they actually see them?
They are, like, spitting stuff up at the bridge, and they seem to be able to tell when things are traveling on the bridge. Maybe with some kind of, something akin to, like, a tremor sense, that they can feel some vibrations of someone on the bridge. So...
Okay, so it's not... So, like... Got it. So it's still probably not accurate, but you know, if you're spitting goop up at a acidic goop or electric goop or whatever it was, up it on a bridge with a bunch of people, as long as you know someone's traveling, you're probably gonna hit someone.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
It's like, you could probably cross it with individuals fairly safely now, especially that the flyers are gone, but like a large group would be, difficult. And it would be incredibly time-consuming sending smaller groups over, very small groups that would be like a lot more mobile and harder to hit for, you know, the amount of time you need to send everyone over would be very time-consuming. Even then, not necessarily not dangerous, because your average person probably not very good at, you know, dealing with this crap. They're just some random people.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
That's why I was suggesting the movable.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah. Effectively, we'd be using a sort of the siege, the sort of thing that they used for the battering ram. We'd basically be doing that thing, but in reverse. You know, trying to get people out rather than.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily. Yeah. So.
Basically make a defensive platform and send it down the bridge.
Yeah.
That's possible. You would have to figure out the max number of people you can travel on it, how big, you know, that's the kind of thing. And the speed
How big
it would
we can
travel
make it, how fast we can make it.
Yeah.
Are there any horses in this left in the city?
I'll say yes. There's probably an okay number of horses.
Because
Probably.
we could use maybe a couple of horses to pull it.
Yeah, it's a big city.
Not outside, but attach like ropes inside
Yeah.
to them, so they're still protected and they could move forward to pull.
I'd say you'd be at least able to, if you needed horses, you could at least have access very easily to a couple dozen. There might be more throughout the city in various places, but it is a city, and the wooded nature of the region meant that horses weren't necessarily needed as much, except for like, especially also using the river a lot for a lot of logging. It's not that there weren't times where you'd ship stuff over land, it's just it would be a lot rarer.
Yeah, like the place we came from didn't have a river nearby, right? The place we investigated?
No, but also that was outside of one of the logging camps, which was a little closer to the river. I mean, like, you still were...
My point, though, is you'd probably have to ship to the river to then send down river, so
Yes.
sources became useful.
Yeah.
So.
But I think like that village probably that you went to probably had spaces and like things for maybe like a couple, like half a dozen horses. Most families apparently didn't have things for a lot of like for animals like that. Mostly had like, you know, small things for like, you know, maybe a couple cows and goats, stuff like that. You know.
Cows. Those would work too.
Yeah. Though I will say there's probably no oxen in the city right now.
Yeah, I just realized I'm like oxen would actually be better because they tend to be more even tempered. Bulls tend to be a lot more harder to control, which is why they're not used in the same way as oxen are.
But I mean, that's
Yeah,
my
there's also
thought
the
is. Okay.
Oh, Sorry, you go first because I was gonna change a little.
No,
bit
I
of
was just
topic.
saying is the movable walls. That's all.
There's also the option of distraction. We do something to distract all the crocodile creatures. Crocodiles and creatures? Whatever is in the water.
Yeah, there were crocodiles and creatures.
The crocodiles are usually not a problem. The crocodiles in this area are dangerous, but, you know, there's usually
They're not going to be jumping onto the bridge.
No. Generally speaking, most people know how to live with them and, you know, don't bother with them in this area of the water. You know.
I mean, naturally. The logistics of building.
The crocodilians
big
tended to congregate on either the southern side of the river where you would be going to, or heading west on that side of the river because there's a lot more open areas. It turns out a gigantic city doesn't really allow for great hunting on the shore. Just saying. Except for maybe the odd fisherman who's kind of an idiot.
Or a small child.
Hey, you know, go out and play by the dangerous water. That happens, unfortunately.
I want to ride the crocodile.
Anyway.
Do we have any other thoughts? I mean, we could try a distraction, but, you know, it's going to be hard to know if we distract a bunch of them or just a few of them.
Yeah.
We don't know how many there are out there.
I mean, even if we don't distract all of them, a distraction still could help because, well, there's a lot of, less things lobbing at people and more things lobbing at something else is good.
True. I mean, we could do a combination of both.
How big are we thinking about making these walls? You know, we don't have infinite time before they try and attack again.
I don't think they need to be super tall. We don't need a roof on it now.
By the way, you're very quiet.
Who, me?
Sorry, I turned down the gain on my microphone.
Okay.
There we go. Much better. How big would they need to be, do you think? Because they have to be big enough to stop, you know, a meaningful amount of projectiles.
I'd say like 15 to 20 feet tall, and then the width, the length is going to be the main thing, is because that'll determine how many people we can get in there at a time.
Yeah. Do
That's
we
why
roughly know the population, the civilian population in this city?
All right, I can give you some basic information. So, there was a amount of people that were able to escape beforehand. If we
Okay,
combine
that's good.
probably about a quarter of the population that was in there, including all the military personnel, everybody that's probably been planning on staying. Before people evacuated, there was about 10,000 people in the city. You were probably down to around 7,000 before the fight. That number's lower because of lost military forces. You don't know how many are wanting to evacuate. That's an information you don't know either. Who's planning on staying, who's planning on evacuating. You'd probably have to talk to the commander about that.
Right.
To know the exact number of people you have to evacuate. I'm going to assume there was some swelling of individuals. So if we say, let's say about 3,000 evacuated originally, and from the north and east, let's say maybe about 1,000 came in, we'll say there's about 8,000 people here right now. Still a pretty big number.
Yeah.
Again, you were the second largest city in the nation here. Not that it's a very populous nation that you were in. You are on the like far end of the settled world, but still,
Yeah, still quite sizable.
yeah.
Ah, man, that complicates.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, how many did you say?
We're gonna
About
estimate the
8,000
full
left.
population is about 8,000. Assume probably, even with the losses, there at least 1,000 of that will be military right now. Because you were over 1,000 before the fight began. And there's probably been some deaths from the bombardment and stuff too, so the number is fluctuating. I'm just giving general estimates right now.
Yeah. I don't think it's possible to get an accurate census with everything going on.
Yes.
Okay, so assuming conservatively 7,000-ish civilians.
Yeah. Assuming
and
that
generally estimating, well, worst case, everyone wants to evacuate,
yeah.
which I feel like planning for worst case is going to yield us better results.
True.
Ah,
Best
man.
case scenario would be probably all the less abled people would probably be evacuated at very least, which would be, we'll say, at least half of that. So at least you'll have 3,500 you've got to, that's probably the minimum you have to evacuate. It's still a pretty big chunk of people. It's still a sizable refugee group that needs to be evacuated.
Say that one more
That's
time.
gonna
How
be-
much? I keep zoning out when you say the number.
So 7,000. So 8,000 total left in the city. Generally, 7,000 of which is civilians. And
Okay.
then assuming half of that are the less abled, like sick, elderly,
Children.
children, whatnot.
Yeah.
So somewhere between like 4 and 7,000 ish, just rounding,
Mhm.
is what we have to evacuate. 7,000 is worst case. Like every single civilian wants to get out, which
Well,
you know,
I would assume
that's
that
a
would be the
whole host
truth.
of issues. Regardless of which number, it's going to be tough to manage, but I feel like it's doable with enough shenanigans. Yeah, we'll probably have to employ both strategies. I feel like no matter how big we make this wall, it's not gonna be sizable enough to get a significant amount of people out at a time.
The only other thing I could think of is we try we get as much supplies as we can to build these, get as much of the population who has any skill at all of putting stuff together to help, and we create multiple of these. So first group goes down, next group goes down, connects that to that one.
Okay, so like linkable rolling barricades. Is that a
That
bad
way you don't
idea?
have to.
You
That way you
would-
don't have to bring them back.
Yes. The thing is, if you were able to create 600 feet of whatever kind of barricade on either side, you could basically be able to barricade the walls of the entire thing. Or close to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just getting enough materials in a timely manner and getting enough people who are skilled to construct it.
Well, the good thing is, guess what? We have a bunch of right outside our walls.
Yeah.
Giant-
That's
Siege
Well-
towers.
Those aren't going to be very
Extremely
big, but I will also tell you something here. So, the city was kind of a ghost town. I talked about this earlier. The city probably originally had a population of around 15,000. It was 10,000 at the start of your adventure. That means there was like 5,000 worth of houses and buildings that were empty. Think about now how many empty buildings and houses there are, actually. You have a lot of material if you really want
There's
to
not
scrap
going to be much of a. Yeah, there's not going to be much of a city left by the time this is all over, or at least
Yeah,
nothing
I mean,
worth
we know
keeping
this
up.
place is going to get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
overrun. We know we can't save it, so it's
we
just
can
worth
get-
dismantling everything to.
Yeah. I think on top of that, doing or trying to come up with some kind of distraction or preventative measure for the water bound abominations, we should be able to get everyone who wants to leave out. Maybe not
How many-
without a small fight, but
I
we
still
should get
think,
them out.
One thing we could do also is, I mean, it might not be. It might hinder them. Probably won't obviously kill them, but for that stuff that we did to make mutants have kind of allergic reactions, that might actually dissuade. That might hinder them to a degree.
Unlikely.
I don't know
made
how much more of that we could make.
None. Well, all samples I did have went to the city. I could try and make more. It'll take time.
The city
Well, I
was
was talking
working
about
on
getting the
stuff.
city to help us make
The
it.
city could
Yeah.
probably help you, depending on how much material they have. I would.
I also
estimate.
only made it strong enough to just point out people who were changed
It was
by
mild
giving them
allergic
like
reaction.
yeah, something
Yeah.
super. It's just like physically
A
noticeable.
rash.
Which is-
Yeah,
yeah,
I would
a
have to
rash.
take extra time to not make it lethal because that just isn't happening with the time frame we have, but make it impactful enough to where it could feasibly slow down someone infected by it.
I will tell you, you probably could get reports that from your stuff and over the time you spent preparing stuff, there had been some discovery of probably a few dozen individuals that proved to be infiltrators. Whether that's all of them, hard to say.
Well, I mean, we know that some are unchanged. They're just evil bastards.
Yeah, and
But,
most of
well, there
those
may
seem
be.
to be in with. It seemed to be like a 50-50 split. Half of them seem to have come in with the newer refugees, and half of them seem to have been already there. But still, most of them seem to have been in the area for less than for only maybe a couple months at most.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah, a
Why
few
do I have two
dozen.
grappling hooks?
That's more than I thought it was going to be. Yikes.
yeah,
I mean, I could take time.
it would have been enough
and-
that they could have done a major sabotage if they were basically activated.
Yeah. I could take time, work on the formula a bit, tweak it. If you guys want to go around and gather a bunch of people to tear down old buildings for materials.
Yeah. I mean, I could help you with that.
Yeah, I think I'll need help with it.
I don't really have charisma to try to rally the troops.
I
You'll be
mean,
going
you
with
can
Talas,
present
who
them with
does.
this. It's like, hey, help me tear down these buildings and save your lives, or you're all just gonna get slaughtered. I feel like these people have zero options but to trust us with their lives.
Regardless, Talas will suggest, because I'm going to use him as a little bit of the thing, that you at least talk to the commander. Commander
yeah.
Eversang first.
Oh,
because
yeah.
she might be able to sign
Maybe
some people to
Eversang
help out.
has an idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Help out.
So.
Yeah, I think we need to have a meeting with her and go over what we're thinking and see what she's, what she salutes.
Yeah. Yeah, we should probably meet up with her.
Okay.
Do we know where she is right now?
In the fortress. If you recall, the fortress is in the northeastern corner. So it is the fortress does tend to be in the position of closest to the enemy army. Unfortunate and unfortunate for them, yeah. But no, you probably can find her in either her office or working with someone in that area. Probably wouldn't be too difficult. Asking around, if you could very easily arrange for a meeting with her. She will basically, you will get a message back that she'd be willing to meet you at her office around noon.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. My inventory is now sorted. I really wish there was a sort button.
That I agree on.
That's
For
why I kept
most-
losing. That's why I kept. Yeah. That's why I kept losing track of what was going on, because I was trying to do that while we were all discussing.
Sorry, the amount of like games where I like have like lists of stuff that I'm like, man, I really just want to be able to sort this. I
Like
feel
my
this.
Sunday game.
God, you know, if I could sort the crap that I have on my character sheet, like I do my best
It'd
to
be
keep track of it,
nice.
but it's sort of like the joke of the bander, like, you know, universal tool is like, well, it also helps when I remember what the hell I have.
Yeah.
It's like, what's my
You almost need to make a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
All right, are you doing anything before going to the meeting, or just planning on going right away?
I think.
Well,
doing that
this
was
is going to take a
fine.
few days, right?
Yes.
Probably
Your
get everything
current
prepped
plan
in
would
general.
probably take time. I will tell you.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You know, building a number of basically building 2 600-foot long walls that you can either wheel or move or drag into place is pretty challenging.
Yeah.
And then I guess the chemical formulas, getting enough that you can at least you know, pollute a river, because honestly speaking, you're probably going to have to cross the bridge and go upriver a little bit if you're going to dump something in. Meaning you got to get someone
I know.
outside of town.
It's an idea.
It's not a bad idea.
I assume
So-
we'd be the ones doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well. Yeah.
Um,
we can't just any of these guys.
So I'm going to spend the morning then
Mhm.
going through that book,
Okay.
but I'm going to use a spell to help me.
Okay.
Translate.
Ooh. All right. Doesn't let you understand codes, language, acoustic metaphor, or the like. Subject to discretion. Translate can hear multiple languages and know choose which language. Okay, cool. Great. So,
I'm hoping it helps.
I will still need an occult check from you.
That is fine. I just figured, hey, you know what? That might actually give me a better shot. So
Good
let's see.
Well, it
Cult.
gives you a shot.
24 is not bad. So, you're going to basically like begin to look through the book, and you will activate your spell. It starts out strange as it feels as though you can read the words, but you also can't. You almost understand the words. It's strange. It begins to kind of like meld into images in your mind as you're kind of like going through it, as if the words themselves are instilling information into you. And it is overwhelming your senses. I am going to need now a will save. Thank you. I just want to see how this goes. Okay. As you're kind of
Ugh.
looking through it, everything will overwhelm you. You are going to fall unconscious.
Not again.
No.
Were you anywhere in particular while you were doing this?
Probably wherever we rest.
I was assuming you were using one of the local like inns. Probably that offered
Yeah.
you free lodge aboard because freely they don't care, you know, at this point in time. And you guys are like, you know, local heroes at this point in time, so they're like, hey, you guys.
I mean, I would have let them know that I was going to be doing some studying and where
Yeah,
I
so
was.
Umbrin's like, you know, reading in like probably in like the bar area of like the inn and tavern, you know, and all of a sudden he just kind of falls over, like hits the floor with a loud thud.
I swear my guy's becoming a narcoleptic.
Was anybody else hanging around there? And if so, were you doing anything particular, or just kind of like waiting for the meeting?
That is pretty good
I
meeting.
mean, oh, I thought we'd be researching making the thing more dangerous.
Well, are we
That
gonna...
would probably be after the meeting you have with the
Yeah.
Duchess, just because, you know...
Because the
Yeah,
whole,
yeah,
the whole
probably-
thing is
we
to
need
tell
to
her
probably-
about the plan.
Yeah.
Okay, if it's gonna be a day or two, then I'm probably just crafting something.
No.
But I'd probably.
It is today at noon. You're like at 10 o'clock in the morning. Umbrin was looking at the book. You had a couple of hours. Were you doing anything in
Yeah.
particular to kill the time?
Sorry, I think you said it was in 2 hours, and I heard it was in 2 days.
No, it said it was just at noon today is what I kept saying.
Oh gosh, I totally. What's funny is I was taking notes at that point.
It's fine.
Okay, yeah, I'd probably just be sitting around
Yeah, I'm just chilling.
So yeah, you both of you will see
Reviewing
Umbrin just
playing.
collapse to
I'm
the
playing
floor.
cards with some random person.
Yeah. There's like this elderly gentleman that's like, oh, very interesting little one. I see. I will raise you this. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of thump. Umbrin's down on the floor. Should we do something about that?
Let me go see. I go medical check on him.
Okay.
I wouldn't worry about it. He
Thanks.
does. He does that He does that sometimes.
I did it once.
He's alive, at least. I'm not sure what's wrong with
he's
him.
not. He's not dead.
Is he drunk? Does he have something on him?
Was this, by the way, was this the journal? Oh no, it was the third book that can't be read because it's in some weird
Yeah.
language. Okay.
This one, yeah, we.
Was the mysterious
It's the book I got from the head church.
And you learned what before fainting?
He doesn't know
How
yet.
did we not
Don't
learn that
know.
yet? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
just
not
saying-
trusting myself to pay close attention today.
I'm just seeing how
Second.
everybody reacts before we switch back to Umbrin in a coma.
Uh-huh.
I'm not too worried about it. Or
I'm
Calder
going
isn't
to-
too worried about it. He's just like, yeah, this is normal,
Okay,
I
I'm gonna
guess.
actually cast Detect Magic on him and the book.
The book was magical, as you kind of said before. It, generally speaking, I don't think it had a particular, like, type of magic on it, or, like, identifiable magic. It generally was magical.
I mean, basically what I'm worried about is the book put some kind of curse on him, which is why I'm just detecting to see if he's under a magical effect more.
Sure? Yes and no.
Okay.
It's there's something going on there that seems to be interacting between them, but it's probably not like a horrific curse. You're just not sure what's going on there.
Okay.
Probably not.
Well, I think the book's doing something with his brain.
Maybe
Should we at least
you mean by that?
flip him on his side in
We
case he
should take him
throws
to-
up?
Yeah, probably
Yeah, it's a good idea.
fucking blood vessel.
Like a
Umbrin having a fucking aneurysm in his sleep.
All right. Umbrin is
Friends
being
like
taken.
these.
Umbrin's being taken care of, in quotations. So, Umbrin, you will wake up like with a sudden start, as if you were like sitting down in a chair resting. You are in some room you don't recognize. It is room with kind of like a clay dirt walls, a dirt floor, fairly empty except for the kind of like bench that you're on, the kind of stone bench that you're kind of like sitting on, and what looks to be a unused oven nearby, and a small small unset table. Everything seems to be either made out of like stone or this kind of strange clay. Light seems to be coming in
Can't
from
make me clean the oven.
an open doorway to your right, and you can hear noise coming from outside there.
I guess I'll get up and investigate.
All right, your head feels dizzy a little bit, and you'll kind of like walk to the door. You will see you are nowhere that you recognize. The area here is a road of sorts. There are traders and travelers and people here. All look human? Yes, they look human. People with a very deep bronze skin, dark hair. They seem to be a city of sorts. A man and a woman both walk up to you. They start speaking in a language you can't hear, and your head, it hurts for a moment. And then, Zegas, are you all right?
Ooh.
Zeus.
I'll look down at my hands.
Your skin is the same bronze color as theirs. They do not look like your hands.
Also, what's the name?
Zeus. I can actually give you I'll give you the
Zeus,
spelling of this
Zeus.
one.
Dr.
It is an
Zeus.
X.
Got some Kingdom Hearts stuff going on.
It's heartless. Kill him.
I honestly didn't think about that until you just say that. I'm like, I'm happy now.
As soon as I heard Zeus, the first thing I was thinking was Dr. Zeus.
Yes, I think that's a Z, but technically, so you're welcome. Anyway,
My head hurts.
come now. The great ritual is happening. You mustn't be late.
Lead the way, I'll follow you.
The woman, this was the man. The woman would be like, make sure you're not late. You know how the priests are.
I will follow them.
Yeah. This is a city unlike any you've seen. Architecture that you do not recognize. It seems that all the buildings are made in this combination of stone and clay, very simple builds, maybe 1 or 2 stories at most. There are no doors. There are just open holes into them. Same with the windows. They do not put glass. They do not block anything. They're very open with each other. Their dress is very loose. They have very simple... I'd describe it closer to, like, you know, how, like... I don't want to say it, but, like, you know, loose... and not very like light clothes, something like akin to, it's not exactly that, but akin to something like, you know, like you have like muscle shirts and stuff, or, you know, like things that are like the tops are just very light, where you don't have sleeves. It's stuff akin to that, you know. They don't have any kind of sleeves on their kind of basic shirts, and they tend to have, like, you know, shoulders and upper chest kind of, like, you know, revealed and stuff too. Simple, like very light pants, sandals. They do seem to be decorated with jewelry that seems to be a combination of gold and silver, with what looks to be emeralds flecked into places in it. It does seem that some people have greater jewelry than others. The 2 you are walking with and yourself seem to be a particularly very beautiful jewelry. The one that you can kind of see is actually on your arm seems to be what looks to be twin serpents that are circling around it. Each with a emerald in their mouths, one of gold, one of silver. You are heading towards what appears to be a massive structure in the middle, a stepped pyramid.
Were they silver? You said there were silver twin serpents?
One gold, one
One
silver.
silver, one's gold.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
If I'm going to describe a little bit of, like, just to give us in our knowledge as people from Earth culture, this culture here seems something that is a mixture of a little bit Mesoamerican, a little bit Southeast Asian, so it's not exactly a one-to-one with anything we know. But that's why you get like some of those kind of more like step pyramids from those regions and stuff like that. So it does seem to be the center of the city here. And it is hot here. You do recognize temperatures like this. This is jungle type heat and stuff like that. So you are in a more tropical kind of heat here, and more wet kind of territory. Like, you know, this is something you remember from the land you came from, your homeland. Some experience that you had basically many years ago and stuff like that. So anyway, you'll be
I'm
taken.
continuing to follow.
You'll be escorted to basically a area that seems to be at the base of the pyramid. There seems to be some kind of like amphitheater that you'll kind of enter into and kind of move down into the center of it. You, along with a couple dozen individuals, will kind of be standing in lines. I guess you'll line up with everybody else.
Yeah.
After a while, a man with a golden serpent mask, except it's like one of those head covering masks, you know, helmet/masks. And it looks like a golden snake, where you cannot see anything except the snake. So like there's probably like eye holes in it. You really can't see anything. It appears to be some kind of fanged, probably poisonous snake with its like, you know, it's got its mouth open, the fangs bearing, with red ruby eyes in it on the top of its helmet. And the entire thing seems to be made of gold. The person is a woman dressed in these kind of like very fine white robes that are almost silken, that are very covered in comparison to everybody else here. You are all lined up with people that have the same kind of basic clothing as anybody else. She begins offering a prayer to the sun. She calls for the light to beat down upon all of us. Let the sun bless us these days. After giving a basic prayer, something that you would actually recognize, it's similar to some of the prayers you've heard in your own kind of diving into religion. Even though, again, you never went into clergy, you still have heard some of these prayers and stuff like this, especially with your teacher, master. There is some differences to it. While they don't necessarily say a name in it, there are titles, and you recognize the titles as they are given out here, of course. They're the ones that you were told to keep an eye out for. I believe I have that in my notes, what I said.
Yeah, I'm scrolling up my notes right now because I've been typing.
Yeah. Sorry. This is me trying to, like, you know.
So she was giving out titles to the people?
No, in the prayer. Divine
Oh,
titles,
okay.
I would call them, you know.
Oh, okay.
I can get that from.
Perhaps you
So, burner, seek the fire of the sky, the eternal flame, the burner of suns?
Yes, thank you. That is
Yeah.
the titles that are being given out. Anyway, upon this, let the sun forever bless us and all the lands of our world. That maybe one day, those of the others will understand the beauty of the sun. And then everybody around you will say, may the sun bless us all. May fire keep us all warm. Everybody will say that. The priest.
What was your part again?
May the sun bless us all. May the fire keep us all warm.
Okay. Oh, that's what everyone said. When it was her part.
That basically was the end of the prayer. You know, like she
Oh, okay.
basically gave some stuff out, and that was the response that everybody.
Oh, and then everyone repeated. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. These blessed here among us seek to join the priesthood. They have trained for many days, many nights. They have felt the fires, felt the blessings of Our Lady, touched the divine like many of us do. Perhaps this day they will prove themselves worthy of touching the fire. She's actually going to kind of step back as the first person in line will actually take a step forward and kind of like get down in front of the priestess and kind of like get down like on one knee, kind of like as like a kind of like a bowing down, you know, and be like, in the name of all the suns, all the flame, all the sky, I test. This man will rise up and he will start climbing the pyramid to the top. He will disappear inside, and as soon as he's gone inside, the next person in the line will do the same. Will come out, bow down, say the line, and we'll kind of go down that line until the two people that were in front of you is approaching them. And the man who is next to you will kind of give you a kind of like a shove, you know, and be like, "Don't screw this up."
Just to make sure I heard everything.
Mm-hmm.
It was in the name of all the suns, all the fire, all the sky.
Yes.
Okay, I wanted to make sure I typed that in right.
Mm-hmm.
So I will step forward,
Yeah.
bow
Then you'll
down on
have
one
your turn.
knee, and say that.
Yep. And you will have a chance to walk up the stairs. It is a massive pyramid, perhaps like 200 foot tall. As you climb it, you can kind of look out over this city, and it is the most impressive thing you have seen. You have not seen a city like this ever in your life. It is perhaps 5 times, if not more, the size of the Bearchleans. This is truly a metropolis. You will see that there are 3 other pyramids that seem to be arranged in this city. You get the feeling that maybe each one of these is at a cardinal direction, perhaps, of the city.
Okay.
As you enter inside the top, it is dark. Everything is dark. A small flame will appear in front of you. In the darkness, kind of burst into light. It's the only thing here ahead of you. A light.
I will head towards it.
It feels distance, forever. Hard to make your way to it. But as you make your steps, you approach it. The light burns. It floats. A fire, not attached to anything. It's the only thing here.
I'll reach out my hand.
It's warm, not hot. It is welcome. Like the fresh rays of sun on a summer afternoon, warming you in a field of flowers. Something that feels home. A mother cooking for their children. The warmth of family. Life. It's not so much words, feelings, a thought. What do you want? What do you desire?
Give me a sec.
I will tell you there's one other detail.
Nice.
At this point, you will notice you are you now. You are no longer who you were before. In this darkness, you've changed from whoever that Zarius is back to you.
You said that the fire asked him, the little flame?
Basically, he touched the flame. He felt the flame.
Oh, okay.
And these thoughts came into his head. Again, it's less words and more just emotions, feeling. This is what you feel like it is. It's communication through feeling. But this is what you are understanding to be asked of you.
I seek you in your guidance.
Lost. Gone. Abandoned. Very little remains in your world. Why?
Yes. Why I seek you? Our
Perhaps.
world is fading. A darkness has taken over our land. I wish to find a way to bring the light back.
Madness. Death. He returned. He did not. He did and did not. An echo. A hatred. A promise. He is strong. We were once strong.
And anything be done to bring you back?
No. Lost. Gone. Missing. No. Cannot. Gone. Still. Maybe. Another way? I can save. I cannot save your world.
Is there a way to stop the darkness? Not you directly, but for the people who are still here.
People. No. All. Save. All. Yes. Save all. Fraction. Flame. Leftover. Something gone. Something of me. It can call to you. If you find it. It can call to him. He will want it. He wants me. He has me. He has always had me. We are two, yet one.
Where can I find this piece of you?
Something will enter into your head. An image, a place, a location. You get a feeling that there's something, an ancient ruin somewhere, hidden within your lands. Something is there. An aspect of flame. An aspect of something. A burning fire. Deep hidden under the ground. Deep in the earth. If you find it, you can call. You can signal. He will want it. He is there. It will stop what happens now. Your land will die. It may live again in time. But if you wish, you can come. You all may come. You may not return.
Wish to save whoever I can.
Find it. Keep it. Save it. A name. My name. I will give it. Do not say it. Do not share it. Do not mention it. It is power. It is knowledge. He will hear. He is already there. In fractions. In essence. Another piece. Like mine. Left behind. Found by another. Carried by another. His madness. His anger. His hatred. My love was not enough. Once you find it, you must find a way to gather all you wish to save. Say my name then. It may cost you, not others, but you, your life. I cannot guarantee. The power, it is great, it is powerful, it is beyond mortal.
I will do what is necessary.
You are brave.
One life is not more important than an entire world's.
You remind me of my people. You saw their greatness, the old days, the long forgotten. They were beloved, lovers, wonders. He let his people fall. Very well, young one. Hear my words now. Echo in your mind. You've been blessed by me. First of your gods. We were once a pair. We brought land and sky, fire and earth to your land. When the others came, and many diversified, we brought our people to the land. Created them to match the others, who each came with their own people. Humans, two halves of a whole. More though, smaller ones. Things changed, things grew, things died. The land rejected us, the land hated us, we left. But we remain. So, little one lost to time. Little one lost in a world once forgotten by us, touched only by our shadows, by shadows of so many. A land bereft, divine. Call my name. Chandrazar, the fire in the sky, the eternal flame, burner of suns, the first phoenix, the sun itself. You will know when my name is needed, for he will seek you, he will hear it. He is listening, he is watching, he is entertained. And you will
He's
start
the one
away.
that told me this. Okay. Yeah. If you could put the name in chat.
And do keep in mind, she basically told you you are not allowed to say her
Don't say
name.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to.
It is a name that has power because it is a name of one of your forgotten gods. And one.
Oh, I thought you were gonna give the whole title.
The rest of it's the Fire Sky,
Oh, shit.
the Eternal Flame Burner of Suns, the First Phoenix,
Literally the actual sun.
mhm. Living incarnation of your actual star, that kind of thing. Anyway, you're awake. I will tell you.
Am I still in the bar?
Yes. I don't know if they actually. I think they turned you to your side and left you in the bar. I don't
Yeah,
think
we
they
rolled you over.
We rolled you over.
Yeah.
Yeah. hmm
You're gonna tell me?
You can read the book now. It seems to detail the life of a priest in training by the name of Xeres. It is a personal journal, diary, and story written by this man of his life.
I will save that for another time. How long have I been out?
At least an hour. It's probably getting close to the time you should probably go and meet with the commander.
Yeah,
There's
that's what I was thinking.
probably the three of you were mumbling. It's like, should we try to wake him up again? It's getting close to that time. Maybe we should worry about it. And then all of a sudden he gets up.
Why do they always have to speak to me like that? Ow.
You should probably stop reading those books.
The first time wasn't even a book.
You gotta
I don't
stop,
have a response to
interacting
that.
with forces beyond your understanding.
Yeah, that usually works.
Tell that to the
At least not
forces.
without defenses.
Tell that to the forces.
We try to
I'll
avoid them
also
from now on.
tell you if
anyways,
you
we
do check.
have
Okay, go. You're gonna meet.
we have places to be.
The magic on the book has faded. It is no longer magical.
Oh, okay.
And also,
I will tuck the book away.
yeah, you can just read the book now, Umbrin.
Yeah.
You understand the language.
Yeah, I was looking after him, by the way.
Yeah.
So I was like just periodically checking his pulse,
Mhm.
you know.
He only had a
I
mild
probably would.
brain aneurysm. It's fine. Strange divine powers. There's something in there
Yeah,
that I
that
don't
book's
know
no
if you
longer
picked
magical.
up on, and I'm going to ask you if you did. There were certain words in what she said to you. I'm curious as to what you
Okay.
picked up. If you're just interested. But we'll probably worry about that a little later. Why don't we take our break
Okay.
now? And then we can maybe discuss, if you want to do a little bit of that discussing off in between there. Just I'm going to check in with what you picked up on for everything there. Anyway, so if you need a snack, drink, or bathroom break, we'll be back in a little bit to dive back in after this incredibly interesting kind of effect that Umbrin went on. Umbrin went on a journey. It's a fun journey.
I go on a lot of mental journeys anymore.
You do keep tapping into strange powers. It just feels like a thing you like doing. Strange, weird
And
powers.
the funny part is, my best save is will.
You certainly rolled a die. Anyway, yeah, we're back in a minute. I'll do that, and that, and have that back. And let's try that
No,
off.
don't do that.
Oh no! Yeah, I think we are. Yeah, it's resumed. Cool. Just making sure everything's working properly. Oh, right.
Yeah. One thing I do wish, is that you asked, like, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, why he would ask, why the Dark, the Dark Lord or whatever, Dark Army, what is it? Dreadlord, there we go. why the Dreadlord would ask us to seek out the flame.
Because he can't find it, and he figures if he gets someone else to do it.
There is something you're misinterpreting, which I will correct you on, because of the language that was in there. The Dreadlord is not the other god.
Okay.
The Dreadlord found a fragment of the other god, is what you were told just there.
Yeah, and used its power.
Okay.
Yes.
So the Earth.
Yes, because it's the apparently the Earth, basically something happened and it became corrupted, is what the sun god basically told you, and then they both left this
Okay.
realm. You know.
Got it.
Yes. So basically, probably whatever was going wrong with the Earth God probably did not stop when leaving this realm, is probably what's going on. And so a fragment of that power is remaining behind, is being used to basically horrifically corrupt the land. The Earth.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Let's travel to the sun.
I mean, it still exists.
We'll just
in the
live
sky.
on the sun.
Well, now after that incredible revelations and all that kind of stuff that you got downloaded directly into your brain, you got a meeting to go to. What are you telling everybody else now that you've been on the ground for like a couple hours?
I will talk about it later. Let's keep an eye on the prize at the moment.
Yeah.
Certainly, you can go meet with the commander, Commander Evans Fang. She will greet you in her office. Everything is busy there. There's all kinds of like charts, paperwork, material that's being brought in there. As much as like your earlier meetings, it was much more of a well put together office. Certainly now things are just chaotic, but it is a chaotic situation. As she's kind of like looking over with some people, it looks like she's pointing out some things. It looks like they're if you just give a good look at what they're working on, it seems as though they're basically looking at a general map of the city and pointing out places on the walls, maybe repairs or weak points or something like that. And effectively, as you come in, she will scroll up the paper, hand it to one of the individuals, and be like, and kind of like usher them out. It's good to see you four. Thank you again for everything you've done so far. You've proven to be one of the best investments in manpower we've had.
We're just glad we could help.
Well, you must have a good reason for needing a meeting with me. Have you come up with some kind of plan?
We have some
a
ideas.
few options.
All right.
We're also wondering if you had any.
Unfortunately, no major plans for evacuating everybody. I just don't have the manpower to throw anything against whatever's those creatures in the water. And at this point in time, my only recourse was to just let anybody going that would want to go. Currently speaking,
Well-
we're looking to call for volunteers from who remains. Anybody that has any kind of combat training or service that might be able to help. I can't guarantee their survival, but they might be able to save whoever you're bringing out.
We have some plans that might help if we could get a different kind of manpower to help.
All right.
One thing that I was thinking about was if we could build several structures that are basically portable walls, and have groups take them, hide between them and take them down, and try to connect them to wall off the sides of the bridge so the water creatures can't attack them.
Well, that would take a little while to build something like that. Granted, there might be enough manpower in the citizens. I don't know how they're feeling. Might have to rally them to do something like that. And as for materials, what were you thinking?
The buildings themselves were leaving the city.
True.
we're not going to need homes.
Very true. All right, then. Doesn't sound like a terrible plan.
Also, my colleagues had an idea as well.
Well, yes. So we adapted the potion to give rashes to people, or the chemical to give rashes to people. Again.
Yes, and our eliminating of the spy threat, at least the ones that's non-human, seem to have done well. Though your warning of human threats has been a little bit more disconcerting.
Well, we thought that since we, designed it to give them a rash, something we could do is kind of amp it up a whole bunch and design it to make them sick, and then we can have someone go and take it down upriver and dump it in to basically hinder the creatures enough to help.
I guess
with
since the
extraction.
infiltrators and the creatures are created in a similar way, that would be a logical thing that your irritant would work on them. Now for the distraction, perhaps. I don't know how much chemical we have that would be useful for you. You'd have to scrounge around, maybe. But that doesn't sound terrible. All right. That sound like some pretty good plans. There's a few other things. First off, she's going to basically hear there's going to be a knock on the door, and she's going to be, come in, Jonas. I'm glad you came. I'd asked you to arrive around now. So, Jonas, I'm going to assign to you a number of troops. A few of our more younger green troops, and a few that were injured beyond reasonable muster in the interim battles. I want you to lead them in helping escort them. You're going to be the military echelon under these four here. Madam, I'm retired. I'm no longer military. Jonas, you've earned the trust of many of the men. I understand. I'm not asking you to give back a commission. But you've got enough skill and some knowledge of a lot of the wilderness around here that you might be able to get whoever gets out of the city to where they need to go. All right. Okay. Well, you four? He's gonna have a kind of smile. He kind of looks at you. Magnificent misfits. I'm under your command. Me and whoever gets assigned to us will be your military, your troops. Cersei will kind of speak up again. Should be about 100 people. Hope that helps. The only other thing that is that Commander Onyxby wants to speak with you. If you have a chance to. He's recovering in the infirmary.
We can do that.
Yes.
Good luck. Let me know when you're ready to enact your plans.
Will
She's gonna
do.
turn to work.
We will do our best.
Jonas will go out with you and be like, I'll take an assessment of who we got. Sounds like we're being stuck with the kids and injured. I can't guarantee we're going to be the best help, but at least be basically trained.
Understood.
He's gonna kind of shake his head and be like, I don't know if I could be as brave as her. I don't know if I could make this sacrifice. He's gonna wander off after giving a little sigh. So, your good friend Talas is going to turn towards you and be like, I would like to speak with the Duchess a little bit. Some things I need to discuss with her. If you are meeting with Commander Onyxbeard, perhaps you should do that while I do the same. It is more personal.
Meet us
Go
back
ahead.
at the tavern.
Yes. Okay. All right. I guess you're heading to go see the Dwarven Commander.
Yes.
So you will find Onyxbeard in one of the many infirmaries. They are very much packed with people. Certainly speaking, it does seem as though Pullen Onyxbeard has been, as a important individual, has been granted a bed here, but there are, like, cots and bedrolls set up in various places. There's certainly still medical emergencies going on, even this, half a day later. The battle was fierce, and keeping the very few they can keep alive at this point in time out of those that were injured in the fight is definitely being made. The other dwarf that was with him is currently sleeping in the bed next to him. He seems to be kind of like patched up and all this stuff. Tolan himself, you can see that he is certainly injured. When you kind of get a look at him, it looks as though he's definitely gone through a lot. Like, you managed to save his life, but it looks like he's lost a hand and one of his eyes. As he'll kind of raise his left arm, which is now just a stump up to you. Boy, you fool. Glad you could come and see me.
What did you need from us?
Expect to be alive. You, sneaky little one. You were the one that gave me that.
Yes.
Thanks.
Seems that your reputation with your men not just saved one of them, but also saved you.
He's my brother's boy. He was ready to die with me. I was ready to die there. But I had an opportunity to send him out, and I took it. Seems like he, it's crazy, like kid.
Well, gonna be honest, when I sent it to you, I still didn't expect you back. I was just hoping to give you enough time to to keep a hold against the fire giant for as long as necessary. But I'm glad you did make it.
I get you. Volcor is not to be taken lightly. We drove him back for now, but who knows when he'll be back. I can still fight, but just not as well. Kind of holding up his, stump again. Good thing I was ambidextrous. No. I was planning on meeting my lord. Grand thing. I should have died with him when our country fell.
Well, if you want, I could make you a sword arm.
He's gonna kind of give like a smile and nah. I think most of my fighting days are behind me at this point in time. I did my best. It was like this. I'm not a frontline fighter anymore. The vice commander of our battalion has taken over. He already knew I left him in charge when I went running out there. What are your plans?
Well, we have two ideas. Both can be used. Poison the river to weaken the creatures. And also build barricades build movable barricades to hopefully roll
Create
across
walls
the
on.
bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that
To
way we
create
can,
walls on the bridge.
get people across.
All right. He's gonna kind of like throw off his blanket and start getting up as like an attendant will come over and like try to get him to sit back down as he kind of put up his hand and stuff like that. I'm healed enough to move. Right, you gents. I might not be able to hold an axe to fight, but I can hold an axe to build. You got me on your side. A couple of the lads that still stand will join you. I'll rally what we can. We were going
Every
to die,
hand is appreciated.
but perhaps we can live another way. We're not 100% fighters, but if we can get you and these others to somewhere safe, we'll give up our lives for it. As he's gonna kind of like give a huge, like really like thudding like shoulder pat to you, Umbrin, and at the same time you, Calder. He's gonna like use the actual hand on you, Calder, and it's gonna be like his stump on you, Umbrin, you know, on his back. But it's like it's still he's thwomping with his stump, which probably you would think would hurt. It's a severed hand stump, you know, but he's still doing it with force as if he had his hand, and just go along with it. I was giving those like, you know, like those like heavy-handed like strength pats to like both of you, and be like, right. As he's gonna kind of like reach down and like with his one good hand kind of pick up his axe. You know, he's probably like like dressed down in like simple like like robes or something. You know, just to keep like him cleaned up his like armor and stuff and strip that off. And it's just sort of like he's not even like getting changed and going there. You know, like and. He's like kicking a few of the men that like look like they're like at least in better shape, while a few other ones are still being watched after, as he's assembling, you know, the injured dwarven squad to assist you.
Every hand is useful.
Yeah.
Granted, he only has one.
Also,
Hey, it's still a hand.
yeah. Also, I'm gonna give all my versatile vials to the nurse, basically, and like turn them all into elixirs of life for the people, so they can give them to some of the people who might need it.
Yeah, certainly speaking, it'll help out a lot, since usually like it's every little bit helps, because healing magic has been like reserved for the most wounded, you know, at this point in time.
Yeah.
So
I'll offer to stay a little bit and use up all my healing spells on people.
Yeah. Certainly speaking, it will help keeping some of these people alive.
Yeah.
Because honestly speaking, you were assuming most of these people that are at least in this ward who are pretty like... This looks like a lot of people that took a lot of like heavy physical damage, you know, people that have like lost some limbs or like, you know, things like that are pretty much in this kind of like ward here. And probably these are the guys that are probably going to like be gotten into good enough shape to travel with you under Jonas, you assume.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
These are the not so simple injuries. Anyway, all right. So, what's your next step now?
Probably to start work on that poison, or start altering it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll help him with that.
I expect that to take a while.
Okay. Umbrin,
And,
what do you want to do?
I guess I will try to assist the best I can because I don't have much crafting ability.
Okay.
To
Are you putting
I don't
anybody
have any.
in charge of building a wall?
Yeah.
The mobile walls. I feel like you and Talas should be in charge of the mobile walls. Because
Yeah,
funny enough,
I would.
that might.
Well, I would ask Talas's help on, rousing the people.
Sure.
Yeah.
You can use some Talas to rouse the people.
Because I am not charismatic.
Yes. You could probably call upon. You basically have two other people you could call upon if you wanted to. You can call upon Tolan, and you can call upon Jonas, since they are both individuals that are going to be assisting with this project, if you want to.
No,
I will-
I'm going to try to get anyone who can help rouse the people to help rouse and then help build.
I can come along for the initial rousing. Just because. Because I'm. Well, Talas actually is. No, he's the same as me. I think I'm slightly better. More because of better charisma.
Yeah.
He's got more of the intimidation.
I have a 10 charisma, so.
So
Yeah.
who's giving a
Also,
rousing
I have-
speech to the people?
You know what? Need 2 seconds.
Mhm.
I will.
Ah. Okay. Basically, like, I guess, like, Talas can, like, lift you up on his, like, hands, so you're up above a crowd, like, up on, like, an area above everybody, as you're kind of, like, using bullhorn to, like, call out to the people, you know. Alright.
Loud voice makes it easy to coerce others, and acoustic assistant, and the acoustic assists in performing at large venues. Again, +1 status bonus to check to coerce and auditory performance checks. Perform at a large venue.
Jonas will basically say to you, if you're going to make a speech, try to get as many of them as you can to volunteer to help you, and anybody that might be able to help defend this place.
Yeah.
We might need the numbers to hold them off while we get the rest of these people out.
Hello, everyone. Please calm down. We have some propositions to make. The first, anyone who wants to escape should work with these two men. These three men.
Actually, no, 4, because we also have Jonas helping.
Yeah, Jonas,
Yeah,
Tolan,
okay.
and
Me.
These 4 men, they're gonna work on a project that should help get us, all of us, anyone who wants to join, across the bridge. For anyone else, if you want to stay and fight, I you to defend the city against the Horde. Give us time to break them all down and keep the city of Avanswell safe. You should join. There are openings at the guards. We have. It'll be tough in either case, but we held off the first wave. We can hold off more. And then while we're doing that, all those who are unable to fight, who are able to work but unable to fight, can join in saving all those who can't work or fight.
roll, I guess, a persuasion? You know?
Yeah,
Diplomacy.
it'd be
Go.
persuasion, and I get a +1 from Bullhorn.
Okay.
Really,
Oh, diplomacy. I'm sorry, it was
Yes.
diplomacy.
yeah. Man,
I-
you always say persuasion, and
Look,
Joe always says diplomacy in his game.
It's the thing is
Yeah.
like having over the like in between doing a bunch of 5e in between games, like really got my brain 5e coded, and I'm sort of like
Yeah.
it is a persuasive. Oh, that's a pretty good
Not bad.
roll.
Very good roll.
Yeah. I'm assuming some people might be assisting you, but I mean honestly 28's a pretty damn good roll. I'm just gonna see if you can have bonuses here. Just some things here. What were these rolls? They were pretty good. God damn. An 18 and a 17? Wow. You might have gotten some assistance from some like heartwarming speeches from a dwarf and a human man. Not gonna lie. Wow. They did really well in getting you a little bit of bonus there. So you'll be pretty terse about it. You know, you're not like trying to avoid a lot of the dangers in the words that you say, but the words that you say will hit the people. They'll kind of like, there's be a little bit of speaking about it, a little thinking, and then, certainly speaking, some people will begin to stand up. You will see a bunch of men and women begin to, head to various places. It seems a bunch of them are assembling in order to help whatever your project is. And then you can see a couple other ones here, they seem to, give hugs to their loved ones before they either pick up like a sword or bow or something and start moving towards it. It looks like the fortress to help out there, to man the walls a little bit more or something like that. You've managed to inspire the people.
Woot.
Yep. All right.
So
So
I finally got to use that spell.
yeah, it was a good use of it then. You inspired the locals. Okay. So, I guess what I'll need here is I'm going to need checks from folks. If you are working on the chemical, I'm going to need each of you to make a separate check. I'm going to have each of the PC quotation characters, because again, Talas is technically an NPC, but PC character, make one of two checks. You'll have to choose which one's doing what. For those of you under the chemical creation, what I want you to do is someone is going to have to do the head crafter and have to make the check to craft the stuff, and the other person I think will have to make a check. What do I want that check to be? No, a separate check to basically acquire material. I think that would have to be a perception might work. I'd take some other suggestions, but I'll say perception for now. Basically, if you give an idea. Society, I think wouldn't be a bad one too, because you know kind of what places to like look into and what businesses.
I'm thinking more. That's what I'm thinking. Like more acquisition.
Yes.
Like talking to the right people to like get the right stuff.
Yeah. I would definitely accept society for that one, but I'm basically saying like the one is definitely just a craft check, and the other one is open to interpretations, finding the material to use to craft the stuff.
Yeah.
As for the people building stuff, I will need someone to work on between Talas and Umbrin to work on leading the building of this material, whether it's a craft check or some other kind of check, like diplomacy, society, those kind of things, like leading the group.
I feel like survival could work, because like
Survival might be able to work,
basic crafting
Yeah.
can also be survival sometimes.
And then I would probably need
I could do survival.
someone to make a check to basically, again, it'll be like a material acquisition, but it's basically finding like what buildings would be proper to take down, what locations of like wood materials are you gonna like take apart successfully.
How to take them down so they don't collapse,
Yeah, that's again another. They are very similar checks, those two, but I will need one of you to roll each of them. So, I guess if someone wants to roll survival and, what can Talas roll? I'm looking at his sheet here.
Well,
Talas has athletics, so that could actually be helping carry stuff around. And
I could say if you want to athletics for breaking down stuff, you can say that we can work that. That could be an athletics check for Talas, because again, like that's a little open ended, and as a kind
honestly,
of
yeah, that
NPC, we can kind of just choose something for him.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of also that actually does make sense, because generally construction and deconstruction is considered, untrained labor. So
yeah. Okay. Why don't we start with Ixbanor and Calder, and have you two do your roles. I'm guessing Calder, you're doing the crafting, and Ixbanor, you're doing the gather.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
his
probably best.
drafting is better than mine
Mhm.
by only a little bit, but I'll roll society too. I just roll. I could roll thievery and steal supplies.
This is an alchemy activity, yes.
Yes, this will be an alchemy activity.
Cool. Then I benefit from specialty crafting.
Okay, I'm gonna roll society for more above board acquisition.
I mean, you already got the people kind of on our side, so I don't think we want
Pretty
to
good.
steal from them.
Yeah.
No,
so
I
this
know.
is- This is a pretty good check. Okay, a 19.
Oh, might wanna use
I'm gonna
the
reroll
reroll.
mine.
Yeah.
I only use the good rolls and they don't matter.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
That's a
there we
roll.
go.
That is a much higher roll. So we switched from a 19 to a 33. That's a big swing there.
Yeah.
Though, again, it would be a 34 because your specialty crafting alchemy did not go into the second one. for
Oh,
whatever
it didn't
reason.
go through? Oh, oops.
Yeah, but that's fine.
Yeah, you didn't reapply it.
That's still a, honestly, a 15-point difference. You went from a
Yeah.
4 to a 19. So
Yep.
those are some pretty good rolls. Okay. I will now need someone to roll for Talas, I guess athletics to help, like, get together material, help break down things, and then someone, whatever you're rolling, Umbrin, to
I'm gonna
lead the
do
way.
survival.
Yeah, you're basically using your basic, like, survival
Actually, he
construction
could-
skills to make some basic
He could also
rolls.
roll. He could also roll diplomacy to lead to kind of instruct people.
Either or for you, whatever you want to roll.
His
Both-
athletics is better, but I'm just thinking diplomacy actually does make a little bit.
Oh,
more sense in
oh,
this
for
situation.
Talas? Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I can see that being a good case.
Okay.
Well-
I'm gonna use his hero point.
Uh-huh. The power of the 4. Wow.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That never ends.
Mhm.
Never ends.
Well,
Well,
that's
I'll-
how that goes.
Mhm.
Can you roll a crit to make up for
Survival.
that?
That's not
Dead
bad.
average.
Average.
You know what? I'm gonna hero point it
Okay.
just to see if I can try to get better,
Mhm.
because that is meh.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh,
Well. Anyway, I'm going to tell you, I do think hero points are nice enough, at least, that you take the better of the two on those.
Yeah.
Technically. So,
it's just
both
the fuck?
rerolls were worse. That was quite a thing.
It happens.
Yeah. Anyway, so okay. So, turning to Calder and Ixbanor, you are incredibly successful at your mission. So basically, Ixbanor, you kind of consult with Calder for a little while, and the two of you come up with like a list of various chemicals that you'll need that are based upon what you're using to create that original kind of formula. And then you basically go around, going to various shops and places where you using your knowledge, basically like, you know what? These places are where I can go to gather this material. You know, this is where I can go to gather this material. This person may be using this chemical, stuff like that. You know, so you can actually manage to go to a lot of these other little businesses and shops. Some of them are, you know, still functioning. Some of them are shut down. You know, and be able to gather together all this material. And then Calder, you are able to start putting together, and you think that you've come up with a fairly decent poison. You are able to basically, get, we'll say a barrel's worth, like a decent sized barrel of a poison. It will be enough that it's not probably going to last a huge amount of time, but if you would dump it in the river, you basically could poison the river for maybe like half a day, we'll say, like before the effects would kind of fade with the flow of the water. But that might be long enough for whatever creatures are in the these type of creatures. You think that you've actually developed something that might not kill them, but might be very disabling to them. So it's a lot more potent than what you had before.
Yeah, I mean the problem is we're diluting it a crap ton, so
Yeah.
like probably putting them next to this would probably kill them, but diluting it will probably just make them sick.
it's this is probably, you basically took what you were and made like a fairly like deadly version of that poison, but you're basically diluting it into the water.
Yep. There's no such thing as deadly substances, just deadly doses.
All right. I'm not saying you're not making progress, Umbrin and Talas. It's just slow going. It is. You're not having great success organizing the people. It's going to take some time. So what I want to do now is see how long it will take for each of you. So because of the level of success right now, I'm going to have either Ixbanor or Calder. You guys can roll a d4. Hey, congratulations. It's going to be d4 minus 2 is how many days it's going to take you to get this done. Minimum 1. So,
do you wanna roll?
Naturally.
I mean, you both rolled very well. And Calder, you rolled very well. So.
If you want to roll it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just figure you always roll real low. Well, see? You should have rolled.
2 days. Okay. Still fine. This is assuming you spend you were pretty busy the first day, so this is going to be 3 days after the battle. Basically, you're going to be set up with the poison, at very least. Okay.
Yep.
Umbrin. Unfortunately, Umbrin, both of you roll very well. So right now,
crap.
as of right now, again, we might be able to change this. You'll have an opportunity to. But right now, I want to figure out how long it will take you at your current pace. Please roll me 2d4 plus 2. You might roll low still.
Shit, hold on. Give me a second, dude. No, that's not what I want. Dude, there we go.
9. At the pace you're going, you think it would take you 9 days to assemble enough.
Oh, that's almost max.
Yeah. So it is
Yeah.
incredibly slow going right now. All right. So I am going to check some things in the background here. Just going to roll a couple of these things. Going to roll this once. Going to roll this twice. Just to see those. Pretty close numbers to each other. Pretty close numbers. Okay. So around that number. Okay. So the first 2 days will pass, and Ixbanor, you and Calder will be able to finish up your poison. In the meantime, it seems as though the Dread Army has managed to basically rebuild their lines. They have not resumed any bombardments at this time over the course of these 2 days, but it does seem as though they've been doing something. You're just not sure. And this from reports that you can kind of hear and learn about. So, currently things have been quiet. Maybe perhaps too quiet, but it's unsure. All right. So, we've reached day 3. The two of you, having finished your task, can check up on Umbrin and Talas. They have made progress? Not
They've
very
made
much.
like
Well,
they've
the
made like 2
problem
or 3
is-
segments.
You guys are the builders. We're not.
Well, you didn't even roll buildings. You just again, it's not even that. You just rolled crappy.
Yeah.
But
I'm just
Like,
saying
you rolled stuff you're
also-
okay at.
Yeah, it just ended up being that the two of you, as you were working together, like, unfortunately, it's like Talas wasn't good at figuring out what kind of buildings to use, which one would be best to use. So he's bringing you material, and he's bringing you a lot of like unnecessary material or wood you can't use for these walls, while
Or
you're trying to like,
stone. It's like,
yeah.
I don't need the stone.
yeah, it's like, oh, sorry, this is part of the building, and just the people. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell the people not to bring the stone. And then like you're having trouble basically. It's the fact is you have like a vision of how this is going to work, and it seems as though like as the people are working on it, they aren't doing a very good job of it, and you're like working off of like kind of bad materials, and you're trying to like figure out a way to make this work, and it's more technical than almost your skills would require. It feels like.
Yeah.
Something
Survival,
of this
you're
size.
building rudimentary stuff.
Yeah, you were hoping that your basic skills would be enough, but it's proving, because of how like processed and how big this is, to be more difficult. You know, and you think you could make it work, but it's just taking a long time to put together, even with the manpower you have. Oh, this could be. I'm gonna take a drink, guys. I'm coughing. So,
Survival's your best role.
It's not my best.
uh,
Oh no! Oh no! Okay, it is actually. You're right.
So
I have a plus 13 there.
Ixbanor, Calder, you can catch up with those two, and they seem to be honestly struggling a little bit. The walls are
Technically,
being made.
perception's my best.
The walls are being made, just not well. What do you two want to do?
Help!
Yeah.
I am not an engineer.
You basically, as soon as you see them, you're like, "Are you done with what you're working on? I am not an engineer. Please help me."
I'm an animist, not an engineer.
And Talas
damn
like
it.
walk up with like almost like like inner walls of wood, so they're not like they're really flimsy. It's like, can you use this stuff? No.
No.
Would have to like
Well,
double up
again,
on
he
that
rolled
stuff.
diplomacy, so it's also more like he's just ordering people and they're just not.
They're like
getting
giving him stuff, and he's like bringing it over. He's
Yeah.
like, "The guys found some of this. I can bring more of it over. They say it's pretty good."
No.
You know,
it. Okay.
I'll get the help
You
working on the
help.
wall.
Okay. You help Umbrin with construction. I'll help Talas with organizing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So, if people want to roll new checks for the new people in charge, Umbrin, you can basically. I could say if you wanted to roll your survival again, you could use it to assist now on whatever Calder rolls, since you were already kind of working off of that as your knowledge base. And the same could be for Talas. Talas could roll a diplomacy to help whatever check you're doing, Ixbanor, even though they're different checks, because it's doing the same thing. You know, they can work off of their assistant rolls
Yeah.
that way.
Funny enough, I feel like what we need is organization. So I'm gonna roll society again.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing fine with telling people, but he's just not organizing properly.
And probably doesn't have a lot of the knowledge on what's right to take too, you know, and like hasn't been spreading the word, you know. It's like, oh yeah, I should tell those guys.
So
like,
I'm
they don't-
helping him, or he's helping me.
If you want to take over, basically, they'd help you, is what it is. You can have it that if you want them to re-roll, you could help them, or you could take over the role. Up to you on that one.
Because I'm just thinking, like, I'm helping, like, he's not doing terrible organizing people necessarily as much as, well, he's not doing terrible instructing people, he just he can't instruct them the right ways, so I'm going to help him
Okay.
by
so you're
giving him
gonna-
some organization. That's more my thought.
So you're going to roll society to assist Talas re-rolling his diplomacy, is what you're saying.
Yep.
Okay. That's fine. Okay.
Technically that's a success for an aid.
Yep.
Um,
So you technically have a +1.
yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually not going to re-roll that because I actually can't get better because I'm only trained. I think you only get +2 if you're expert when you crit.
Yeah.
I might be wrong.
Yeah. No. No, it's +2 if you crit, and then if you crit while you're master, it's +3.
Oh, okay.
Trained and expert have the same one.
So you could theoretically get more, but just one more.
The likelihood is
But I'd
low.
have to roll a 15 or higher to crit.
Mm.
So the fact that I succeeded is, I'm gonna call that fine.
The amount of difference you have to do is pretty vast.
Yep.
I only re-roll because I was right in the middle.
That's
Yeah.
much better.
And so Talas will get his circumstance bonus, get 24. Okay. And then Calder, are you taking over for Umbrin, or are you going to assist Umbrin? Up to you on that one.
No, I'm gonna be taking over.
I
Umbrin.
will assist you.
You can roll your survival again to assist, basically using your basic building knowledge. You know, now you rolled very well.
Yeah.
So, but that'll
Actually,
be
that is a crit.
that's crit.
Yeah.
So you're adding +2. And And then Calder, I'll need you.
Not a clockwork, so I don't know one is running.
Okay, we're gonna get.
Oh yes.
Yeah. All right. 33. Okay. Taking over. Both of you streamline the effort really good. Like Ixbanor, you begin to be like, you begin to help out Talas. He's had this good rapport with the men and women he's been working with that have been like kind of breaking down buildings. But now you're like kind of like getting them on the right track and having them a lot more organized and stuff like that. As he's kind of like he's still giving these commands out to everybody, but they're like actually like working efficiently, going to the right places, all these things. So you're beginning to like process material and break down material. You're not trying to take down entire buildings. You're finding places on various buildings where you can take down proper material. Like you're not trying to do full demolitions. You're trying to just break down enough that you can work with things. You're trying to find like places where you can break off and cut off pieces of wood and stuff like that that are appropriate to what you're building with. In the meantime, Calder, you get in there and you kind of see the rudimentary work that Umbrin's been working on, and you get a picture of what Umbrin was trying to do. You understand it. Umbrin was going for very simple, and simple's not necessarily bad, but you can kind of like fix up this simple, get a little bit more things in there, add a little bit more structural sound, and you kind of like organize and get your information in there. And you're talking about this and explaining what you're thinking. Umbrin, you're like, that makes a lot of sense. I understand what you're saying now. Like the two of you are knocking off of each other and working together, and you figure out how to build these walls a lot better. Okay, now that's a lot better.
Now I
rolls.
have someone with an engineering.
Someone please
brain.
roll me a 1d4 minus 2. We've gotten back to the 1d4 minus 2.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, it's less than 1. Congratulations. You basically take what was in there, because again, you're not working on just one wall at a time. You're working on all of them, but they were like,
right.
It was just like you were getting the right materials, the right places, the right people. It was just a mess, at that point in time. So now, like, Calder coming in, like, you get all these people working on all these different things, and it takes you one more day to finish everything up. You turn things around so heavily here. I'm going to roll a percentage dice. Let's see what I get here.
Logistics.
Okay. Logistics sometimes matters,
Yep.
And getting someone in with logistics that, like, because again, that 2 days, you still had groundwork in place. It was just going to take, like, a long time to, like, with all the extra problems and stuff with logistics, it probably would have taken a long time. Streamlining the groundwork you did made it finish up right away. It's sort of like, oh, hey, we were actually a lot better off than we were. We just needed to get through that, like, little logistical nightmare we were fighting with. Okay. Here's a final question to ask you. How are you transporting this? Right now, you just have these walls. How are you moving them out on the bridge? What's the plan for that?
The idea was that you could get groups of people who are at least semi-able-bodied to roll them out.
Oh, so you want to put, like, wheels on them?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
we
idea
wanted
was
to
for
put
them to have
wheels on
wheels.
them, and no, what I was suggesting was to get a horse or two, put it in the middle, put them in the middle, and have ropes so they can pull the whole structure.
Mm.
And then, oh, go ahead. If you have a suggestion there.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, I get it, but like, I still think that.
Well, the reason I was saying that was then we could have some of the guard people that we have go with each group to protect the front and back in case, anything tries to jump up on the bridge.
So, okay. I think the most feasible thing would probably be, you think, 20-foot segments of walls on either side? Are you gonna have the two segments connected together so they're like both sides, so it's like one big like?
Yeah,
almost...
that's what I was saying, to have
Okay.
like braces to brace through the middle.
Yeah.
So they
I
are
think-
connected and you can roll them out.
I think they should be able. You should be able to disconnect them, because we want to have a thorough pass.
Yeah.
No, pass through. For people to.
Well, that's why I
you
was
don't have a
saying
bunch of people
you'd have
tripping.
bracers on the top, basically. to connect them.
Oh, I see. You'd connect them at the top. That's smart.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
have them connect at the top, and they're kind of open at the bottom, and you're kind of like have things on the sides that you can like connect the horses and probably have some manpower to kind of push them along. I can see how this works, you know, that you'll have some stuff built on there. Yeah, I can
the
see
only
this
reason
as
I was not thinking horses because they're more easily spooked.
Manpower would be less spooked than the horses. The horses would have to worry about if they are attacked, there's a chance of it. And you probably... Most of the horses you have probably aren't battle trained, I will tell you. You probably could
Right.
find a few, but most of them probably are not. Granted, you could probably send out the ones that are weaker with that kind of things out earlier than later, so you don't have to maybe... I don't know. Up to you on that one. If you want to still... You could use the horses, you could just use manpower. Either or is fine. But I think we said it was 600 feet long, so you've now created 30 of these 20-foot segments. It has been a you know, it started out as this kind of like problem, you know, and it's like you're working on these, but you know, it's been 3 days of intense work and enslaving over the hot sun, you know, and like, you know, all the problems here, and you've managed to put together these like wall segments, and you have them like all arranged, these 30 of them in kind of like an area on the south side of town, so it's even farther away from wherever like, you know, siege weapons come in and stuff like that. You've kind of arranged it towards there. Okay, I am going to roll another thing here. And
Also,
just
if you like, really, if I just did the math, if you think like 9 days would have been like, you know, 2 days out of 9 would have been about 7, and then we come in and in 1 day get them to construct.
Again, as I was saying, it was like they had laid a lot of the groundwork,
23.
you know?
Yep.
It was just trying to actually get it to function.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because assume that, like, you probably got, like, a good 500 people to be working on this, at very least, you know? That's enough to be working on these 30 segments separately. That's a good amount of manpower, you know? You have that manpower to do this. It's just that, like, you know, you were working on some basics, it wasn't working very well, you know, and it's like, you basically, like, just streamlined the effort, and, you know, between the two of you, like, all of a sudden, you know, with, you know, Ixbanor's help, you were getting the material in there fast and finding all this great stuff, you know, there's 500 people probably working on it, and maybe, like, another 500 people that were, like, gathering material from towns, because, again, like, with the amount of people here, because it had to be able enough but enough to fight, you probably definitely could get like at least like, you know, 750, 1,000 people like that, with some help from some of those like soldier people that were like the injured ones, the injured dwarfs and stuff like that. And, you know, you probably have some like elderly, which are not really great for fighting but still have enough physical prowess to help you out, you know, maybe some like teenagers and stuff like that, again, they're like, you know, young, like children, again, that are in that age range. The people that could work on something like this opens up a lot more than the combat ready people, you know.
Yep.
So you were able to more easily put together enough people to do this, and you had some pretty good inspiring speech with people, honestly speaking. Okay, I'm gonna roll a d20. That's an 18. Okay. All right. So, as you are beginning to get ready.
One question.
Mhm.
While we were getting all of this done,
Mhm.
did that final rune get transferred?
Yes, you can finish up that last thing because it was being done on the outside by someone you were paying, so you can get that done. Yep.
That was more of the rooting for you.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Let me get that
So you can apply that to your weapon
mix.
now.
Yep. Because that was a thing you were paying someone for, certainly speaking, in the last 3 days, you could have finished up that. You had the time to. Thumbs up. So I think that was all the magic item moving around shenanigans that we had for now, right? Correct? Cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Should be.
Mhm.
Okay, it does apply properly. Nice.
Awesome. Okay.
All
Alright.
Clumsy for as long as it's not blind. Nice.
All right. As you're finishing up your job, one of the soldiers of the city will come running up to you. All right, how's everything going here? Is everything all right? Are you ready?
Yep,
How long do you think you have left?
this-
The commander would like to know.
We are all ready to go. The one thing we need to do now is send a group out to pour the poison. And once that's done, once we get that done, we can start sending people out.
The enemy might be aware of our activity. They're on the move. We don't know what they're doing, but there's a lot of shifting around in the enemy lines. I was to warn you that.
And we need to hurry.
Yeah. That was the timeline around then.
Right now, if you act, it would be under the cover of dark when everybody would move out. Just keep that in mind, because this is like evening time on the end of the third day.
That's
So
probably best.
Actually, I think it's worse because most of these people are humans who don't have dark vision, and the enemies almost all have dark vision. In a way, it might be better to go at first light, but send the poison crew out now to be ready.
But
mean,
we
need
but when we poison, we want to be ready to move the things immediately after.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, Dawn can be the trigger, pour the poison in, and other people go. So, like, we need to send someone out to get them in position anyway, upriver.
I'm just afraid if we wait till dawn, that the enemy might start moving.
I mean, they're definitely gonna start moving.
Jonas, who's been there with you, has been like, it does seem at least that they know that we've been up to something.
In a way, now, here's the question. What does it look like they're planning to do? Are they just going to assault the walls again? Because if so, that could actually be a good distraction for us to get across.
Right. The guard that came over with the report is not sure. We just know that they're doing some kind of movement in the lines. So it seems as though they're planning something major, but we're not sure what yet. It's hard to tell what they're planning. They haven't begun a march towards the wall.
The thing is, they used a lot of their siege equipment already.
Well, they'd be building more. Let's be real. The same way
Yeah.
we're building more.
They also
True.
have waves of fodder to just throw at the walls until
Yeah,
something
they
gives.
might just. What I'm saying is, they might just be trying to break through the gates again.
Yeah, fun fact about siege equipment, it was almost always built on the spot.
Yeah.
They would just
Oh,
carry
yeah, I know
the stuff with them, and then they would construct it
I
there.
assume we haven't had any like pounding of ballistas and catapults because they probably don't have a lot of good ammo left over, or maybe they're saving it for something like an assault.
Mhm.
We only have the 2 heavy catapults left over. And even they aren't in great condition.
You know what? I just realized dark vision is still not great.
It's only good for so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe it is better to go at night.
Yeah, it's not like
I was thinking. Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, if it was going to be like us battling them, then yes, 100% the dark vision would gain the advantage. But since it's more civilians, it's still better because it's more trying to escape without being seen. So
Yeah.
I realize that now. Yeah. Okay, but we still need to send someone out. But we need a way to signal once they're in position. Also, who's going out? Who's going to be the ones to drop the poison?
Uh,
I mean, I could go with the group that does it. I could send
I can grab a
Shadow
couple of
back
other...
to let you know that it's been done.
I can grab a couple from the volunteers from your same group. Some of them are still left over. Still been trying to help out the best they can.
Okay, honestly, a small crew with Umbrin. I think we should also send one other person, either Calder or Talas, to act more as to act more as some firepower if you get attacked.
I think pound for pound, I hit the heaviest.
Not
So
to
I don't
mention
mind.
you have the range.
So I don't mind giving him company this time.
Okay, I'll go with Talas then, and I'll help guide. We'll guide the people and help. Well, I won't help. Talas will help push the walls.
I'm also going to refresh my spells here because
It has been a few days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do because I more need to refresh my Oh, also every day I would be going and giving my versatile vials and stuff to the medics.
Jonas will
Actually,
be like...
that does mean.
Mhm.
Well, I'm going to be out of versatile vials because I wouldn't have expected the attack to happen so soon. I was still expecting.
Yeah.
I was expecting it to be tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I did prepare my advanced alchemy separately.
Okay. Your other two that you have with you, Jonas and Tolan. Jonas will kind of report. I'll organize the troops that we got, then, the ones that are coming with us. I'll send a number of each of them with each of the segments, a handful, and then I'll have the rest of them help escort it. Tolan will be like, "Same for me, men. I'll get some of us to help without that too. We'll also bring up the rear after we get all the rest of the civilians out." Ready on your
Also,
orders.
Who wants? I'm gonna give this to who wants it.
You can press up HP, you can start each turn. Ooh, that's tempting.
that is nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a 24 AC. I have 74 hit points.
Yeah, you and I are just about the same. You just have one AC higher than I do.
I'll give two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can get one.
I'm afraid of getting my ass beat.
I'll put them in the.
Party stash.
All right.
I like how they say tiny.
It's very tiny.
It's small
Adorable.
but potent.
Mhm.
I'll say more.
Just like you.
I'm definitely gonna need to drink that.
Okay.
I
Alright.
grabbed one.
Anybody else doing anything else to prepare for this? Talking to anybody?
I mean, we're gonna get everyone ready.
Mhm.
That's probably me and Talas is getting everyone lined up so that way
Yep.
we can send them across.
Talas would probably report back to the commander then, unless anybody else wants to let them know.
I mean, I can go. Well, honestly, I will let Talas. Well, I can go with him
Okay.
'cause we have to wait for them anyway. So
Yeah. They have to get position and stuff like that. All right.
Yep.
We'll do your little meeting here, as then we'll do the crossing of the bridge here, and the stuff. We'll see what you guys do. So the two of you can head to Commander Avasang. Gentlemen.
Yep.
Are you ready?
Yes. We are. Do you know what the enemy's doing?
Haven't a clue yet. Seems like they're planning something, though. Whether they've gotten wind of what you're doing or something else, I'm not sure. But their actions mean that we'll be busy, because it looks as though they are preparing for something soon. Perhaps even tonight.
Umbrin. Yes. Umbrin and Calder are prepping to dump the poison. They're gonna head out soon. And then once they give us the signal, which will be Shadow coming to the gate to let us know that they're pouring it, then we're going to start sending people across.
Excellent. It's been an honor knowing you.
Please, if you can save yourself, please do so. I don't want to lose you.
I'm not sure if that opportunity will present itself these days, but I will keep that in mind.
I'm not saying desert, I'm just saying if the walls fall,
I
try
will
and be safe.
I will call for the retreat if needed. Certainly speaking, what you're putting in place here may allow for an opportunity to retreat. May allow an opportunity to set sabotage on the southern bridge. Something a little bit more extensive than the western one. I'll try. If it all fell fails, you two, please stay alive. Talas, you've been like a brother. Ixbanor, you remind me of home, a family, so many things. We've lost a lot. I am prepared for when it comes. But please, keep our people safe.
Get as many people to safety as we can.
Good luck.
Actually, I did want to ask, did Talas ever tell us that there was a way that, like, he was told there was a way to save people when he went unconscious?
You don't mean Talas, you mean
Umbrin, sorry.
Umbrin. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think Umbrin's mentioned anything.
I haven't talked about what I saw yet.
Okay.
More concerned with getting out of the
Because-
city. Yeah.
First, we need to get out of the city, and then find the temple at some point.
Yeah, but but more my point is that in the talk it said the Spark said like I have I can save people.
But we have to find the temple first.
Save you all.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, but just that there's a way is
Yeah.
I think interesting. So, but yeah, okay. Because I would have mentioned that to her, like there may be a way to save everyone, you know.
Mhm.
But no, I don't know yet. So
It's not like
Unfortunately-
I'm trying to keep it secret. I'm just trying to focus on one
go.
thing at a
Yeah,
time.
it's kind of like the well, we need to go. Let us know when you have time, and then it just kind of went away because like we've been working nonstop for 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been seriously working very hard for the next 3 days. For the last 3 days. Okay.
It's like we have to save people to be able to do that. So.
So.
Yep.
The two of you will prepare. So, for Umbrin and Calder, you're heading out across the bridge. So what I want from you is some reflex saves. Basically, this is going to represent the onslaught of horrific, spittle stuff coming at you onto the bridge. Because it is definitely more... not exactly aimed. It is, again, kind of like reflex saves to see if you can get as much as possible. Basically.
Also, I will give you the bag of holding, so that way you can carry the barrel in there.
Yeah. You should have it there.
so you won't be burdened by carrying this thing.
Yeah.
You will be accompanied by 4, we'll just call them like random rangery types, wilderness types. That was a fortitude save that you rolled there, Umbrin.
Oh shit! I am sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I really wish I would be rolling these 19s in like combats
Uh-huh.
when I need them.
Right?
That happens. All right. So Calder, you're fine. You dance in between everything. You've basic reflexed into avoiding all the damage. Congratulations. The rest of everyone will deal with attacks throughout the bridge and getting through there, and I will roll some dice. Umbrin, you will be taking half damage. So you will take 15 damage as the horrific, I think I described it as almost like burning hot, like spittle of stuff. So it's like, it's not melting the bridge, but it's like kind of hitting you and like kind of searing. So we'll kind of say it's like fire damage, but it's like a liquid that's like a boiling liquid almost being like lodged into you. So it's pretty awful still too. It's burning hot loogies of death that are kind of like being spit up on the bridge. Anyway, you'll be able to make your way across the bridge though safely. Your fellows with you, I'm just going to say, are a little injured, but they are enough and basically tough enough to have survived it. That 31 wouldn't have killed any of them, and they'll probably have to maybe take like a minute to get a little bit of healing and stuff as soon as you get across. What's the plan, boss?
We're gonna
Bosses?
dump the barrel.
Oh, you're gonna. How far upstream do you want to go to pump the barrel?
We'll have to get it.
I'm gonna look at Calder. Do you have an idea what the optimum place would be? This was yours and Ixbanor's plan.
Yeah. The water isn't very rapid, so we won't have to go far.
Yes, but you probably want to go high enough up river that it would spread out a little bit more, because you want it to be pretty much in a large chunk of the river.
So
Where
we're
you
gonna have
are,
to go
probably the most of this would go to the, easterly turn anyway. But yeah.
Maybe like 60, 90 feet. We're gonna have to get a decent ways away.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna spread out naturally in the water, but that takes time.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
right.
We got a decent bit of walking ahead of us.
Cool. All right then. Let's see. I can find something. So, you'll move into position and get ready. And as you are preparing, we are.
Oh,
Yes.
I just had an idea.
Mm-hmm.
What if we put the barrel in my aqueous orb? That way we could put it directly in the center. I could drop the orb directly into the center of the water.
I see what you're saying is break open the barrel and dump it into your aqueous orb. So your giant orb of water will become filled with the poison, move it out farther from the shore, and dump it in.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. Right? That'd be an interesting idea. It would get the entire river most likely then. Kind of in the center.
Yeah, that's why I was just thinking. I'm like, wait a minute. That might be a better delivery system.
Is there any chance of the orb failing and dropping early, or no?
I'm not trying to put anything. I'm not trying to put creatures in it, so I don't think so. I just pinged it.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, I mean, so here's the thing: if you for some reason become unable to sustain it, it would also break.
Mm.
Yeah.
So we'd have to
That's
worry
another
about you getting like. Not
No matter what,
counterspelled,
I'd be at least getting it out further in the water.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
So, yeah, technically the only things that could stop him from sustaining are if like someone has like reactive strike or that kind of thing. You can it interrupts the action and they lose the action. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good plan. Let's do that.
Okay.
Then.
All right. You will be interrupted before that happens, though, as something will be coming, basically flying in from the sky to attack you. Anyway, we'll worry about that next time. As, honestly speaking, you're probably getting a little bit of a surprise here. To be frankly be honest, you will be surprised. Most likely. We'll make some checks to see. You are distracted with trying to set this up. And a horrible current monstrosity is coming to try to murder you. Anyway.
Naturally.
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of guards there. They should be keeping a lookout.
I mean, like, there's like 4 just rangery dudes that are like, I have to find you like some level 3 NPCs that'll be there. They might help. Yeah.
I also probably would. I probably would have drank the numbing tonic right before too.
That lasts a minute. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
gonna want to
but
do
just
that
in case
literally
I'm-
when after combat starts. Because
Okay.
you can move it. Yeah, because that's the thing. Like, you can move it 10 feet per turn. Like, so, like, to get it in the middle of the river, you have to move it, like... Oh, well, your range
I can
is
only
60
go
feet,
60
so-
feet out.
Yeah. So, you basically... Actually, no, that actually makes sense. 6 turns, because so it's a minute.
Yeah.
Or, well, 10 turns is a minute. So, yeah, 6 turns, so that's actually fine. Yeah, that makes sense. Drink it and then do it.
I think I
Yeah. That way, if I'm interrupted, at least I have like temporary hit points too.
was able to find some good NPCs. I got you 3 trackers. Don't worry, they have some longbows. They can totally help. They're level 3. They are creature 3 random dudes. They'll have.
I'm just gonna...
I think 4 of. I'll have to give them some tokens for next time though. But I'm going to tell you, you might be able to recognize the horrific monstrosity that's attacking you. Probably. Anyway, we'll worry about that next time though.
It's the bird.
No,
He's here for revenge.
that died, fortunately. But you know. Anyway, yeah. That was
The good thing is, I still technically have an action on my turn because that's only 2 actions for the Aqueous Orb.
Well, again, we'll have to roll some initiative and we'll have to see what you're doing because as you're trying to
Yeah.
get everything set up is when you're being attacked.
Yeah, you're gonna cast Aqueous Orb, then then Calder has to pour the poison into the orb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you have to worry
And then
about
we
the
have to
barrel
protect you before
after
that
it's
thing
opening.
comes in and
Yeah.
runs your pockets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It has ranged attacks. Yay!
Hooray.
I'm gonna be honest.
I'm already hurt.
Yeah.
I recommend a troop for the scouts, but then I remembered that a troop assumes at least 20 people, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, troops are massive.
Yeah. I will make the checks to see which of these people were like injured or not too. They have more than 31 hit points though, so fortunately they might be slightly injured, but they also probably use some healing potions.
Well, I also could have healed us all. I could have also healed us before.
That's what I mean. They
Starting
did
this,
they
yeah.
did pause to heal before you start moving upshore to like upriver to like get a good spot.
Yeah,
But
I'll probably drink a few potions myself.
We can take care of that before the combat because I assume like you were ready for it. But we'll do that at the beginning of next time. We'll just get anything kind of squared away. And as I set up a little bit thing here, maybe we'll find a like shore edge where I can throw this creature onto the map. This interesting monster that you're going to be fighting. Because it turns out they were aware you were up to something. I rolled very well for spy work for them. So they're trying to stop you.
We didn't get them all.
Bastards.
I may also have rolled an 18 on their check.
Yep.
Just saying.
Bastardos.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I guess usually it's just Wyrm that has a shout out. So unless everybody else does, we'll leave it to him to do so.
Yeah, I am Diamond Wyrm. You can find me on twitch.tv/DiamondWyrm or at DiamondWyrm on Twitter and Blue Sky, and DiamondWyrm9234 on YouTube. Cool. Next stream will be Friday.
Yay! Myself, I'll be back tomorrow. Gonna do some videos on some tabletop. Maybe do some gaming afterwards. And then Friday I'll be back and hang out with Wyrm in the evening. Maybe do some other gaming on that. So check that out. Check out Discuss Tabletop on Saturday. Make sure to check out the show every Wednesday at 8. Been very exciting and interesting sessions, and I really do enjoy what it is. And Joe, you make it easy for me to introduce possible other hooks. You did not necessarily have to get the stuff from the book now or at all, and that's why I was like, you did, and that's fun. Because
It's because Umbrin's always touching shit he shouldn't be.
he does, and it makes it fun for me.
Hey, you guys are the ones who wanted me to move the damn portal.
You're gonna magic yourself into a coma one of these days.
Well, okay, I actually offered to move the portal. You decided to do it.
Because
But that's because he was best suited for it.
You didn't
You did have better
need
stats.
to move the portal either. You could have just dealt with popping into an enemy dungeon and escaping from that.
Oh
That would've
yeah,
been fun,
buddy.
No.
I'm not saying that you would have been in a tower you saw in the distance, but you probably would have been in this tower that you saw in the distance, and it would have been
You
funny
would've
for me.
actually died.
I mean, they weren't guarding the exit. That's what I'm going to say at very least. They did not expect anybody to show up.
Basically, it would have been a dungeon instead of a weird.
It would have been a dungeon that would probably be more of a stealth dungeon because you probably don't want to be detected.
Yeah, but we were carting the bird around at the time.
You were carting the bird around at the time, so it would have been an extra challenge. The goddamn bird.
But also, if we did that, we wouldn't have gotten anything from that.
No, it ended up being a much better idea. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yep.
Anyway.
Also, it's not our fault you fail your will saves every time you do one of these
Yeah,
things.
that's just unlucky rolls. There's not really anything anyone can do about
You
that.
succeed on one check and fail on the other.
really good will saves.
I know. It's sort of like you succeed on the check to understand things, but then when the power tries to overwhelm you, you always fail it, which both is good for me and bad for you, because it's sort of like you did not get to control the flow of information, but I kind of provided the same information and it overwhelmed your brain a little bit and made it like, so it's like you kind of would find out the same. Anyway, it just ended up in a much more brain tumory kind of way. I did say that correctly.
Will saves are my best save at a plus 14.
Yeah. So anyway, yep. Everybody, until next time, I'll see y'all later. Bye.